Melinda Haynes, license number 102308, licensed in California. So you were raised in chaos, maybe abuse, neglect, something unpleasant happened in your childhood, and you want something different for your own kids. So when we get into that situation, we kind of get stuck because we know that we want to be a better parent. We want to do something different. But at the same time, we're freaking out because we're like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up my kids? And what if I do something wrong? What if I do something, like a horrible parenting thing or whatever? And so, we tend to be like extra hyper vigilant or extra cautious or extra involved, or we parent from guilt or parent from fear. So like these things can happen to us. It can really mess with a parent's head when we've got this kind of formula happening. So I wanted to go over a few things that we can do as parents to break the cycle, to change things, and to not only parent, in a healthy way, but also parent in a way that's not anxiety provoking. So first of all, we want to relax. Okay, awareness is a big part of change. So when we realize things could have been done differently and we have the power to do things differently, we're halfway there, maybe even farther than halfway there. That's such a huge part. We're not just burying our heads in the sand and saying, you know what, everything's fine, I'm going to do the same thing, I'm not even going to try to grow or learn. That's the danger, because there is no growth in that. So number one, relax. Number two, be aware. Okay, sometimes the irony in life, I guess you could say, is that when we're trying so hard to avoid something, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to do that. And that's like our primary goal in life is just, I'm going to do something different. I'm not doing that. The irony is that we end up doing it. Sometimes it's in a different way. Sometimes it looks like, it's like the same story, but a different t-shirt. And so we're doing the same thing that we didn't want to do, but we don't realize it because we're working so hard at not doing it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the irony of it. So we want to remain aware of that. We want to remain aware of the fact that we could unintentionally repeat the past while we're trying so hard to avoid it. And number three, we need to learn. We need to, improve our skill set. We need to, seek mentorship. It's not just about like reading books, but actually working with people that can teach us how to engage in these great parenting skills. So that way we're doing something different. For example, maybe you were hit a lot as a kid and you're like, I'm never going to hit my kids. I'm never going to, beat my kids the way, I was beat. Well, what are we going to do for discipline? If we were never taught any other technique for effective discipline, what are we going to do? So instead of just letting our kids run all over us, or I'm not going to ever discipline you at all because, I've got too much guilt, or I'm never going to discipline you at all because I don't want to accidentally you do the same thing that was done to me, but then the child doesn't get any discipline. And then they learn bad things that way. So, and by bad things, I mean they learn not to learn self-control, they learn no boundaries, they learn no respect for others or no respect for self, things like that. And so we want to teach them those healthy things. So we need to learn, for example, how do I discipline effectively? How do I discipline with love? How do I show affection to my kids without overindulging them? How can I spend time with them in a way that's healthy and appropriate? So those are the things that we need to learn in order to replace the negative behaviors. So we're not just running away from the negative, we're actually running to something positive. So to sum it up, relax, beware, and learn. If you have any more questions, please contact me. I would love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.